What's going on, y'all? I'm Brady and welcome to Brady's Book Nook. So today we have day 2 of the Chronicles of Narnia week. So like I said, from after The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe yesterday, I know nothing about the rest of the series. So this is all fresh to me. So like I said, we had Prince Caspian today, which honestly really blew me away. So it had, kind of plot wise for those who maybe aren't so familiar, this is set it doesn't specifically say, but it's set exactly 1 year after the events of The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe in the real world, but that is hundreds of years after the events that occurred in Narnia in Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. So there's the titular character, Prince Caspian, who is being raised by this horrible King Miraz, and he finds some information out, and then he needs our returning cast of characters from the first book, and they come in, and the story kind of goes from there. And honestly, like I said, I really wasn't sure what to expect with these. In my head, these are like children's books, and that's kind of how I've been approaching them. But Prince Caspian really surprised me. It dealt with I feel like a lot more adult themes than I was expecting, for like duels and just battles and death and stuff. And I really was quite shocked and very just generally pleased with how the book went. So kind of getting into some of the good details and the bad details. I still cannot stand Edmund. So that has not changed. He is just, in my opinion, an unlikable character. Aslan is just wonderful. He's just, I don't know. There's just something about his presence of the lion that I just adore. As far as new characters go, I like Prince Caspian. I don't feel like he's super neat or anything, but he does what he needs to, and he's somewhat interesting. But there was a new character who stole my heart, and that was Reepicheep. I loved him. My little mouse musketeer with the heart of a lion was adorable, and I loved it. And I ain't gonna lie, towards the end, this is a big spoiler for anyone who has not read it, or I assume seen the movie, but towards the end of the book, when Reepicheep is like dying, there was a tear. I won't lie. I was like, oh no. And then obviously with Lucy and her cordial bottle of those healing bottle. I don't know. Not exactly sure what it was called. But yeah, so I was glad to see that he made it. So that was something that was very good, exciting to me. And I love the way that C.S. Lewis wrote these. And it's because it feels, again, I kind of talked about this yesterday, it feels like you're being told like a bedtime story as you're reading it, because it's like he is narrating it and he comments on things that happened in the previous book, and like does it like as a narrator rather than like talking about through the characters about events that had happened. And I just think it's a very like nice balance of like seriousness and like kind of not comedy, but just things are kind of dealt with lightheartedly, and I think it really strikes that balance well. And so other things, I really don't think I have too much else other than that. Like I said, it was definitely a book that surprised me with how much I enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to move on to Voyage of the Dawn Treader and see what that has to offer. So like I said, we'll be back here again tomorrow for day 3. Again, sorry, this is probably going to be a real late post, but I worked today and had a 3-hour D&D session this evening that I have every Tuesday. So, like I said, it's a late video again. Hopefully I'll push this out a little bit earlier tomorrow. But like I said, we'll see what happens, because that's how it goes. Alright, that's all I got for you guys. Until next time, stay reading, y'all.